What's going on, everyone? It is the Mouth from the South, and not gonna lie, I've had a little bit of a drink, so this should be an interesting video. But it's been a good night for British boxing. In fact, it's been a good couple months for British boxing. Last month, you had KSI bringing home the dub against Logan Paul, and tonight you had both Dillian Whyte and Anthony Joshua bringing home the dub for the UK. And I just briefly want to talk to you guys about the fight. What I think, give my opinions on why AJ won, on what he did right, on what Ruiz did wrong, and, you know, just give an overall of the fight and what I think happened. So, for those of you who don't know, but you clicked on this video, why the fuck wouldn't you know? AJ lost about 6 months ago to Ruiz, and in my opinion it was simply because he underestimated him, didn't give him the credit or respect that he deserved as a fighter, went in unprepared, got caught quite a lot, and didn't have a game plan and couldn't stick to it. This time he fixed that. Excuse me. And this time he had a fixed game plan and he stuck to it. And it was simple. Dance around and fight like you're Muhammad Ali. I remember saying to the people I watched the fight with, and my family and friends and stuff, that if AJ is going to win this fight, he needs to fight the way that Tyson Fury fought against Deontay Wilder. And that is staying on the outside, keeping a good defense, keeping him at distance with the jab, landing punches when you can, and quite simply, hit and don't get hit. And that's exactly what AJ did tonight. I mean, in the first round, he busted open Ruiz with one of the heaviest blows I've seen in boxing in a while. And the fact that Ruiz firmed it, from that moment onwards, I was like, okay, Ruiz is not being knocked out this fight. If he can take that heavier blow and not even so much as be staggered by it, like his legs didn't wobble, he looked fine aside from the cut and like the immediate swelling of his eye as well. Like that punch landed, the cut formed and his underneath his eye just puffed straight away. That's how hard that punch was. And the fact that he was basically unfazed by it, I was just kind of like, okay, if AJ's gonna win this, he's going to have to fight the long game. Now, I'm going to be honest. Obviously, I was rooting for AJ. I absolutely love him. He is my favourite boxer in boxing currently. Hence why I have a picture of him up on my wall there. But, I was dubious about it. In fact, in honest, I kind of predicted that Ruiz would win by knockout round 6 or 8. I am glad to eat my fucking words. I did notice in press conferences and the weigh-ins and stuff, while Ruiz was just kind of, you know, man, just happy to be here, you know, and just smiling and, you know, having a good time, AJ was dead-eyeing him all the time. There was not a moment where AJ was looking Ruiz in the eyes where he wasn't looking like he wanted to fucking kill him. And to be honest, I kind of took that the wrong way. I took that as he's going to go in, he's going to be sloppy, he's going to overswing, he's going to leave himself open. But he didn't. He fought the perfect fight. A lot of people were calling Ruiz the better boxer. Tonight he wasn't. AJ outclassed him. He made him at times look a little bit silly. And Ruiz was getting desperate at times, like clinching on and hitting illegal shots and hitting AJ on the back of the head a few times. You know, busting out a few Logan Paul moves. However, AJ still firmed it. He still stood strong. And he stuck to his game plan. And even when Ruiz, in the like final 20 seconds, stood in the middle of the ring and was like, right, come on, meet me here. We're fighting here. AJ was like, nah, we're not fighting your fight. I fought your fight once, and I lost. I'm not doing that again. Tonight we saw the best boxer that Anthony Joshua can be. Yes, we've seen him be a knockout artist. Yes, we've seen him go the distance and have absolutely belters of fights against, like, Klitschko. But we have not seen an absolute masterclass in boxing like we did from AJ tonight. Now, you can only imagine that that is because of the hard work and the dedication and the fact that he kept to the game plan. He had a game plan, he was in that mindset, and he was just ready for whatever Ruiz was going to throw at him. And no matter what Ruiz would throw at him, he had an answer for it. However, Ruiz didn't throw all that much at AJ. Yes, there were moments in the fight where Ruiz landed a good few punches, but none of them landed anywhere near as significantly as what AJ's did. AJ was not rocked or phased a single bit by anything that Ruiz threw or learned. And I think that's partially because they've both made the same mistake with each other. In the first fight, AJ came in overconfident, overzealous, thinking, oh yeah, I can just, I'm AJ, I'm Anthony Joshua. I can take on this fat tubby Mexican. And he couldn't. And now, tonight, it was the fat tubby Mexican's turn to go, I beat the unbeatable AJ Anthony Joshua. I can do anything. His training camp, he did himself. Like, yeah, he did have like a proper training camp, but a lot of his training was done by himself. But you can only imagine the fucking hell that AJ put himself through to be battle ready and war ready. And he said that a few times, like the amount of sparring he's done to be war ready. And I think that's what he's done, or he had done. He had basically worked, it's going to sound stupid, but he basically worked on being in a fight. He was bringing in sparring partners who were as fast as Ruiz, although I don't see how that's possible because fucking hell. No matter the round, Ruiz, whenever he did throw, they were so fast. Like, so it's literally a blink and you can miss it punch. He's got fucking rockets in his fists, I swear to God. And credit to Ruiz, he did beat AJ, and, you know, tonight, AJ was just the better man. And, Ruiz obviously wants the trilogy. AJ said he'd be open for it. I don't think Eddie Hearn will be wanting that to happen. I don't think the fans want that to happen, to be honest. We've seen enough of this rivalry. It's time to move on for both of them. Like, Ruiz's name and stock has gone up a massive amount. He's made a lot of money, nowhere near as much as AJ. But in all honesty, AJ is the draw. So, you know, it could be argued. But Ruiz has done well for himself. He went in there with one of the best boxers currently in the world, beat him once, and made him work 12 rounds for a victory the second time. Credit where credit's due to Ruiz. And I hope he does well. I hope he goes on to do big things in boxing. I really do. But I don't want to see Ruiz AJ3. You know, twice was enough. You know, you've traded the belts back and forth now. Let AJ, I think he's got a mandatory for the WBO. I think. And then let him go on to Fury or Wilder or Dillian White. That's another fight I'd really like to see. Also, credit to Dillian White tonight. He did extremely well against his opponent. Sorry, I can't remember his name. I can only remember his nickname, which was the Viking. Dillian White did very well, taking that fight on 3 weeks' notice. And whilst he was landing some heavy shots, they both were. That was nowhere near. You couldn't call it a fast-paced fight. However, it was heavy. They were two heavy hitters. And credit to Dillian White for bringing home the dub for the UK. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I have to say on that. Well done to Andy Ruiz Jr. And well done to AJ. Thank you so much for bringing the belts back to the UK. And representing British boxing in the way that you always have done. It shows a true fighter and a true champion to take an L, embrace the L, come back harder, stronger, better, and get the dub. And that's what matters at the end of the day. And I think that shows AJ's class as a boxer. We've seen him as a knockout artist. We've seen him have absolute slobber knockers of a fight. We've seen him be tested. We've seen him go 12 rounds. And we've seen him put on an absolute masterclass against the man who beat him. We've seen him take a loss and come back harder and stronger. Now, if that doesn't define the heart of a fucking champion, I don't know what does. Anyways, that is it from me today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Please like, share, subscribe. Do some naughty things in the comments down below. In the description, you can find my Insta and my Twitter. And, yeah. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace!